We open on a familiar-looking house, and all seems well. But from the shadows, a ghostly wail comes, calling to who? We don't know. Till a man, arms outstretched, walks past the graveyard. No light in his eyes. And that is where our story begins. Welcome to Mysteries in the Machine.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Ethan.
And we sure are here. We're in it to win it, y'all. This episode, iconic. Truly iconic.
Yeah, it gives a lot of parts of, like, the opening title sequence. I'm honestly surprised they waited this long for this episode to come out, but what do I know?
Yeah, like, I don't know. This is just one of those episodes that I'm like, I always remember this one. Is it because it's in the title sequence? Is it because of all the other stuff in it?
I mean, that's why I remember, is because we literally open on the house that's in the title sequence.
I mean, yeah. But there's more to it. It's also, I don't know, I like the plot. It's very interesting.
We'll get into that later.
We sure will. Yeah. It sure is a Scooby-Doo story.
'Tis indeed.
Alright, well, as we noted in our intro, the just creepy man with his arms outstretched, is this not peak, like, creepy intro for a Scooby-Doo?
No, it absolutely is, and I think there are some episodes that live up to this amount of, like, stage setting, I guess you could call it. Because, like, It's a mysterious voice, and a man is being summoned. Is he mind-controlled? Is he a zombie? We don't know.
But, like, it's just one of those really good intros. You gotta love... I keep saying this, but Scooby-Doo is the blueprint for that, like, just like, weird thing happens to somebody in the beginning, and then we have to explain what the fuck is happening for the rest of the episode.
That is how that goes.
It sure is. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on with this man? He's just
we don't really know.
Zombie man. But then we go to the gang, and the gang are just like, their usual chill selves.
Yep.
They're going to a friend's house. Her name is Sharon, not Karen, but Sharon.
Yep. Is Sharon, like, the good Karen?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, Cher is in her name, so, like, I would think anyway.
Sharon is Karen.
The name Sharon in general, not that. Yes, Charlie.
Huh?
Yes, Charlie.
Sharon is Karen?
Yes, Charlie, we get it.
You're welcome. I think I've ruined everything. Apologies to anyone if your name is Sharon or Karen.
Yeah, I feel like most of our target audience isn't named either of those things.
You don't know. Some people give their children old people names.
That's true.
Again, sorry to anyone who has either of those names.
Can you imagine somebody named, like, Mabel or Mildred that's, like, 25?
I mean, Mabel from Gravity Falls.
Maybe that's why that was the first one I could think of. But Mildred is definitely one that's like, why would you Mildred, bring that back?
That's an old lady name. Truly.
Yeah, that's a grandma name for sure. Or, like, Kathy. Kathy's a grandma name.
I mean, you can name your child, like, Catherine or, like, Kath.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A lot of the Catherines that I know go by Katie.
Yeah, you don't nickname your child Kathy.
No.
That's an old person thing.
Or, like, somebody who's, like, 23 with the name Craig. That's a dad name.
Oh, I knew Craigs in college.
You did?
Yeah.
Wild. That is absolutely wild to me that anyone our age is named Craig.
I mean, a couple, like a year or two older than me, but still.
Yeah, not too far off.
I don't know. Does anyone actually name their child Norval?
Somebody does.
Did Shaggy's parents just really hate him?
Maybe it's a family name. We don't know.
Oh my goodness. Someday we'll just
I do understand why he wants to go by Shaggy because Norval's his legal government name.
Exactly. Shaggy and his shag van.
I never thought it was his van growing up. I thought it was Fred's van because Fred was always driving.
I mean, there are some adaptations where it's his van, and Fred just drives it.
It's a weird thing to do. To me, it's a weird thing to do.
Hey, it's his boyfriend. He can let his boyfriend drive
They're all
his
in a
car.
polycule. They can do whatever they want.
He likes his boyfriend to drive, okay?
He just wants to be the little passenger prince, eating his snacks, as he does.
Oh, I just really needed to start this episode off with some, like, weirdness. Thank you, Ethan, for
You
just,
are
like,
welcome.
keep going with this.
Absolutely, that's what I do best, is take things too far.
Amazing. So yeah, the gang, they're in the Shag van. Scooby, as usual, is stealing Shaggy's food.
Yep.
And they're just gonna go to their friend's house. And what happens when they go there?
Yeah, with her and her single dad.
Do you have thoughts on the single dad, Ethan? Ethan,
I don't think Uncle Stewart's actually her uncle.
Wait, but then we're making the gays evil.
Well, both her dad and Uncle Stewart are gay together.
Yes, but
so
we're making one of the
out.
gays. But still, we're still making one of the gays evil.
That's true. Oh, I don't like that. I'm sorry. I brought that into existence.
But now I can't unsee it. Yes, they are in love. But but one of them just like doesn't want the child to have the inheritance. I guess I don't know. They're having a rough patch.
That's definitely one way to put it.
They're having a rough patch. Okay.
Yeah, forget cheating. I'm gonna steal all of your money.
Listen. Gay marriage isn't legal in 1969. Therefore, he's like, how am I gonna get money? What am I gonna do?
I don't know. We don't know if this man has ever had a job before.
It's true, we don't know. Oh well. So Uncle Stewart, quote unquote, is missing, quote unquote.
Yep. Missing.
But wait, the gang just saw like this weird man like walking around to this other mansion that's like next door, I guess.
Yep. Hey, they're just living in like I'm not gonna name a place where a lot of mansions are near me because that would
Connecticut?
might get me doxxed. That's near you, not me.
Still, oh god, well, I'm trying to remember, oh my god, me and my mom were watching a movie the other day, she was just like, wow, these people are like, they're just like really, they got sticks up their butts, they're real rich, they're like that perfect family. She's like, they must be from Connecticut.
I don't know anyone from Connecticut, so I can't prove that is true or false. But from what I've heard, basically it's rich white people and that's it in Connecticut.
Basically. I mean, I have some other podcaster friends who are nice people who are from Connecticut.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? They got out. It's fine. They got out of there.
Oh, they're not there anymore. Okay, it's fine then.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. So evil rich people is the story here today.
Yes.
So we go to this other mansion. Oh, what are these people's last names? I totally forgot. I know it's Weatherbys and
Kingston.
The Kingstons. Okay. So
truly a star-crossed love story for the ages.
You know what?
Montagues and the Capulets all over again.
There could have been something else going on here. What if Uncle Stewart was actually a Kingston? That would have
been interesting. Yeah,
that would have been very interesting. But
the Kingston mansion is long abandoned by the time we see it.
Yeah, it is. So their friend Sharon is a Weatherby. They go to the Kingston mansion because that's where they think Uncle Stewart is.
Yep.
And he looks a little bit different.
A little bit older.
I wonder what's going on there. Yeah, he looks kind of old.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That is weird.
He explains that some ghost put a curse on him.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see this happen, so we just kind of take it for face value.
Right. So slight tangent here.
Okay.
When I was watching the episode earlier today, pre-old Uncle Stewart, I thought he looked like Dan Povenmire, the creator of Phineas and Ferb.
No, you're so right! You're so right!
I don't think he would ever admit that, but he looks very similar, and Dan Povenmire was probably like a little kid at this time, so he would have no idea that he would grow up to look like that.
Oh my god. Yeah, Dan Povenmire, 1963. He would have been 6 years old when this came out.
6 years old. Okay, 5 or 6 years old.
Let me find a good picture of this man, and then a good picture of
Uncle Stewart.
Can we find a picture of Uncle Stewart?
I'm sure we can. It's not that.
No. The beard is exactly, honestly.
Yeah, it's like that Amish no mustache beard.
Yeah, and then the hair and the glasses.
Yeah.
Same guy. Okay. When who's ever is editing this episode, remind me to make a meme of like these are the same. It's the same guy. Anyway.
It's the same picture. Yep.
Same picture. Literally. I'm sorry, Dan Povenmire.
Uncle Stewart. I'm sorry I'm sorry you were prophesied to be a greedy evil man, but you are not, so that's okay.
No, he plays Doofenshmirtz, so like he's
Doofenshmirtz isn't greedy,
but he's evil, quote unquote.
Evil is a relative term.
True. But like, okay, I'm gonna take you on another
inconvenient.
True. You're right. I'm gonna take you on another little tangent. So you know the creator of Steven Universe, Rebecca Sugar.
Yeah, what about them?
There's literally like a meme where there's a character in Sailor Moon that looks almost exactly like them. So it's also great. Like, and the character herself is also an animator. Let me find this meme for you.
Yes, please show me this, because I've never seen more than like the title sequence of Sailor Moon, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. I'm gonna share this with you on Discord.
Yes,
real quick. Literally the same.
All right,
same person.
Let me open this up. Oh wow!
Like,
that is absolutely wild.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. If Rebecca had that shirt, that'd be great.
I know. And the fact that the character was literally also working on like, and yeah, she was working on animating the Sailor V movie. It was great.
It was amazing. Love that. Does she know? Does she know about this?
I would assume so. Rebecca Sugar, like one of the inspirations for Steven, I think, was like Sailor Moon and Magical Girl.
That does not surprise me at all.
So I would assume that she's seen this, right?
Did that influence the way that she looks?
I don't know. Oh well, Rebecca Sugar now has long hair at this point.
But at that point, she had the short hair.
Yeah. I think that was like closer to the beginning of like the show coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I gotta find it.
Fun stuff.
Okay, her hair's a little bit longer, at least in the pictures I'm looking at. Yeah. So it's a little bit longer, but still relatively short. Relatively.
Yeah. All right.
It's not as short as it was. That's the point.
Yeah, no, it was like literally the same as this character who has like the short hair. Also, that character was definitely gay.
I think every sailor is probably queer of some variety.
Oh, it wasn't. They weren't a sailor. Just that was just a one-off character in one episode of Sailor Moon.
Oh, okay. Good for her. Good for her.
All right. So Scooby-Doo! So, we've learned of this weird curse going on, that the ghost of Elias Kingston has placed on the Weatherby household, that each of them will turn old if they do not give him the Weatherby fortune.
Yep, they tried to compete in the Tri-Wizard tournament and it failed. I am sorry I brought that up, but it had to be done.
I hate you! Okay. But, like, you gotta love when Fred and George were, like, wrestling as old men.
Yes.
You gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're all gonna, like, go to sleep, I guess, because it's night. They gotta get some rest, and Scooby is our watchdog.
As usual, he does not want to do it.
No, and also it doesn't really work, because he falls asleep.
Yep.
So...
But he's somehow somewhat aware, because his own ear taps him awake. Which, like, that just must be cartoon physics, because my dog cannot do that with her ears.
This is our Scooby-Doo is, like, a different breed. You know?
Well, when we get to Mystery Incorporated, we'll dive deeper into that, but that's a while from
20 years later!
Good Lord Almighty, probably.
But yeah, Scooby just, like, he's a fun little guy. Uncle Stewart goes missing. Well, we gotta go find him. The gang has to go search
He was summoned by that same, like, creepy voice that we heard at the beginning.
Yeah, of course. And then what does Shaggy do?
He puts on roller skates.
Like, oh, you know what?
Why not?
I'm not fast enough as it is. I'm clearly gonna wear some roller skates and that'll get me away from the ghost even faster.
Yes, because you're better at roller skating than you are at running. Good for you, Shaggy. I don't know. I know this in my experience, I am much worse at roller skating than I am at just straight up running. So
Also, like, Shaggy, you have the power of cartoon physics on your side. You can get away from a ghost.
that's true.
You really can. Don't worry about it.
Just use the doors. The doors always works.
Always use the doors. But yeah. And then we see like another iconic moment of like the wall moving.
Yep.
As the gang goes past.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon has been taken hostage. Poor Sharon.
Yep. Poor Sharon.
And then, yeah, the gang's looking around. Shaggy, what a guy. What a guy. Can ghosts hide in little pots?
Does he not know about genies? Like,
I mean, he doesn't.
apparently
You don't
not.
know. You don't know.
You're right, I don't know. I have no idea.
I think it's also funny because, like, literally, was it the first episode or something that Scooby was hiding in a pot?
Yeah.
Literally, Shaggy, you could hide in that small little pot. I don't think the ghost could. The ghost doesn't have the same powers.
Ghost doesn't have cartoon physics on its side.
Shaggy's the power of cartoon physics and God on his side.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So yeah, Shaggy, like, gets bumped and then he goes flying. And iconic shower moment.
Truly.
Poor sad little wet guy.
Poor Shaggy.
Meanwhile, Scooby is finding the kitchen. There is a giant bone in the fridge. Why is it in the fridge?
We don't know.
Unclear. Very unclear. Also,
but there's a bulldog.
Yeah.
There's just a straight up dog.
Just dog. Okay.
Just a little English bulldog vibing.
I feel like this could have been one of those things where just like, there's just a dog here. It doesn't really matter to the plot. There just is one. But they do bring it in later and be like, oh, the dog is clearly working for somebody. Mm-hmm. That's kind of weird.
That is a little bit weird.
Yeah.
And then apparently Uncle Stuart's dead now. Great.
It's about as old as you can get. He turned into a skeleton.
Yeah, just straight up bones. Straight up bones.
Isn't it great? They find Uncle Stuart, and then they're like, we gotta go find some clues to find out where the ghost is. And then Shaggy's like, I found a clue. What? What'd you find? Him.
And then just points at the ghost that has a hand on his shoulder that somehow no one else noticed.
Literally one of my favorite things from this. This sass is real.
Shaggy is so fucking sassy, and we love it for him.
We love this man. So yeah, we found the ghost, and he is just like, creepy again. He's here. He's blue. Mm-hmm. I don't know why he's blue, but he is.
He's a force ghost.
Wow.
Sorry, Mary Clay.
I think Mary Clay listens to podcasts.
I mean, some.
Possibly. Could happen.
Who knows? She may have watched that movie by the time this episode comes out. We don't really know.
No, I think the math might math for that. I think... if y'all don't know who we're talking about, we're referencing our good friend Mary Clay, who has a podcast about Star Wars where she can't know anything because she's experiencing it for the first time.
Yep, and we have been sworn to secrecy as far as spoilers go, so whoopsies.
Yeah, so don't forget to skywalk before you run. But the ghost leaves, and they're gonna go after the ghost.
Yep.
But Scooby's out to lunch, so...
Yep. And somehow he makes himself an entire candlelit dinner of just chicken legs.
It's something that Scooby would do, you know?
Obviously.
Wouldn't he? Oh,
yes.
That sure is a boy there.
He is.
Man.
He is indeed.
Alright, so the ghost starts going towards the crypt, and then we need to go into the crypt.
Mm-hmm.
So we start giving out some Scooby snacks. It's like, okay, how many? Shaggy takes them all.
Well, Fred does like some sleight of hand stuff, which we haven't seen him do before.
True.
So where does he keep them? Is it like in his sleeve? It's just, I don't know. Apparently Fred can do close-up magic, and we love that for him.
You know, this is a talent we didn't know he had. We need to see it more often. He's got some dexterity going on there.
He does indeed. So yeah, like you said, Shaggy takes them all, eats them, and says he'll go inside. So.
And then we go inside. And we find a book on crystallomancy.
I don't know if that's actually real or not, so I'm gonna Google it right now. Okay.
Okay.
Crystallomancy. They misspelled it.
That makes sense. My brain is going to like Ethan, do you know about like the Dragonology book or like the other ology books? Like that's what
Egyptology and yeah.
That's what my brain is going to when I think about this crystallomancy book. Like,
yeah, I can see that for sure. For sure.
And then Shaggy's like, Crystal, oh, Macy? I used to know a Crystal. Of course you would, Shaggy. Of course you would. She would also be a hippie, just like you.
Hey, he gets that name for a reason. He has the nickname for a reason.
Exactly. You know? Shaggy in the Shag Van.
Doing what he does.
And then, I can't remember, do they get locked in there? Is that it?
They get, the ghost locks the door.
Yes. Okay, the ghost locks the door. I was like, why do they find the secret passage? The ghost locks them in, so they have to find a way out, and then a secret passage, because obviously there's going to be a secret passage.
Insert secret tunnel here.
Secret tunnel! Yeah, and it's literally a secret passage to the other mansion, the Weatherby estate. It's like, that's how the ghost has been moving around. Interesting.
Very interesting.
And then we have to go to, like, the local... They're calling this person a Swami.
That is a real person. That's a real title somebody can have.
It is. And I'm just like, why is this the term we're using? I get it, 1969, but why?
They could have said fortune teller.
It's just supposed to be like the local fortune teller, or like, I would even say this is a spirit medium, maybe. Maybe not quite a spirit medium, but like, you know, someone in that vein.
Well, a Swami is a figure in in the Hindu religion. Because I googled that before I got on the call.
Yeah, that's what a Swami is. But like what they're doing here, it feels like it can be a little bit
not as bad as the previous episode with the racism, but still not great. Don't love that.
It's more casual racism of like, we're just gonna like use this random Hindu word.
Yep.
That is like literally part of a religious order, and I don't think those are the type of people who like read your palms necessarily.
No, that's not really what they do, at least not according to the article I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, I would think this is like maybe some kind of medium or fortune teller.
Yeah, the Swami is an honorific title given to a male or female ascetic, ascetic, who's choosing the path of renunciation. It can also refer to a Hindu religious teacher or a senior member of a religious order. Okay, so it's a religious teacher in the Hindu religion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming you have the episode up, so you can tell me. But like, doesn't Scooby also end up wearing like one of those like
because Daphne opens he wears like, I think it's a turban. I don't really know. Because Daphne opens a storage closet and things fall out.
Yeah, you know, our classic danger-prone Daphne. We love her.
We do.
I mean, this is a very fun scene, but I'm just like, we didn't need to use this word, and we didn't need to have Scooby in a turban.
No, we did not.
But I will say, I guess it is one of those, like, fortune teller things that is kind of, like, there is a culture around that is vaguely racist, of, like, using all of those, like, things from different cultures and not being respectful. So, like, that's just, like, a thing that casually happens, but, we didn't need to do it. Didn't need to be here.
But we get Shaggy using his ventriloquism again.
Yay! I love it. Listen. I think if I eventually make a bingo card for this show, it's gonna be like, Charlie gets excited that Shaggy's using ventriloquism.
We love that. I would love to have a bingo card about this show at some point, but we'll get there when we get there.
This is another reason why I'm like, Shaggy's a bard, you can't tell me otherwise.
I'm not going to, because you're right.
I'm right. I'm absolutely right. Yeah, so Scooby is wearing the costume, and some lady walks in, so Shaggy has to throw his voice and pretend to be a fortune teller, instead of just, like, telling this lady, oh, sorry, we were looking for the fortune teller. This is completely on accident.
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? But you know, we're passing all our performance checks right now, okay?
We really are, because, like, Scooby got, like, a 17 for deception to make him look like a human.
Apparently.
And then Shaggy got, like, an 18 or a 19 for the like throwing of the voice and getting Scooby to like mouth along with it correctly.
Yeah, also Scooby's mouthing along, which is good. Like it really not work otherwise.
Yeah.
So what Scooby starts looking into the crystal ball. What do you see? I see my reflection. Your reflection?
How dare you? Get this fucking snooty Connecticut woman in here.
Listen. Am I not correct? We're in Connecticut, okay?
No, I can see that. Just this old money opera glasses wearing Karen.
You don't just wear opera glasses in day-to-day life unless you
don't.
Unless you were an old snooty lady, apparently.
Yep, apparently. And she also has a very similar like character model to the fisherman's wife.
Yeah, I mean they reuse character models all the time, but like this is one of the typical
but like
old
it's
lady
uncanny
ones
here. Yeah.
Yeah. So
this is their old lady that they use.
So Scooby's like, "Oh no, actually I see like a handsome man in your future. You're dancing." And then he whispers in your ear, "Get off my foot."
Get off my foot. Which I actually laughed at, which I did not expect.
I love it. Beautiful.
Yep.
And then she's like, "Oh, no.
How rude. I want my palm red." As Scooby summons a bucket of red paint and a paintbrush out of nowhere. And
well, you did say red.
Painting her palm red.
You did
and then
say red.
she angrily storms out, which
without even tipping them.
No,
you know,
rude, very rude.
And then Shaggy's really upset about this. But then we get an appearance of the ghost
in the crystal ball.
In the crystal ball, and the table lifts up into the air and start to chase them. This is kind of our. It's not quite a Doors situation, but it's almost one of those because they do like run around like this little place for a little bit.
This space seems entirely too small for something like that to happen. But what do I know?
Really, it's just a little tiny store, and then they try to usher the table out the back door, but then it comes back through a window or something.
Yeah, so so Fred opens the door, he thinks they got rid of it, and it comes back through another set of doors that are open.
This was not a great idea, guys. But Scooby somehow ends up on top of it, because it
it runs into him. That's how he ends up on top of it.
It runs into Scooby, and then they both come crashing down, and it's like, oh no, what happened? Wait, this thing is fan-propelled. What?
That fan is too small to get that table off the ground.
Truly. I think this was jet-propelled.
Probably. Unless it's a very, very light table,
but now
there's no way.
I'm remembering another Scooby-Doo episode where at some point we attach a fan to, I want to say it's like a washing machine, and somehow that makes it fly. This does in fact happen in an episode where like
that is wild.
The physics does not make sense. I want to say that's like the episode with like the green gaggling ghosts or something. Like
I googled Scooby-Doo fan on washing machine, and I don't. They make like a little plane out of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? Cool.
That's wild. I do not know where this is from, but it is here.
I definitely remember the exact episode it's from, but some of these I'm bad at names for. But it's the one where with the green giggling ghosts.
Yeah, it's made up a washing machine, an ironing board, and a fan.
Right, there was more to it. Okay. I just remember the fan and the washing machine because they threw the ghosts in there to get the makeup off of them.
Love that for them.
Like sure, why not?
Why
All right,
not?
so, and then they also find a TV camera.
And a professional makeup kit.
I wonder what's going on here.
Very interesting. So they figure out how the ghost got his face in the crystal ball, which, like, this is impressive technology for 1969.
Truly. But, like, we always have to, like, take everything with a grain of salt for, like, the technology that makes these people into ghosts in this show.
That's true.
They always use some weird, like, thing that should not really work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the ghosts, well, we'll get to how he did that in a little bit, but anyway.
Yeah. So what the gang has a new plan.
We get a Fred trap. Trap.
This is probably one of my favorite things. Like literally, this is better than a regular Fred trap. It's not just one of those what they call like
a Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah, it's not one of those typical Fred traps like that.
No, there's a social aspect to it as well.
We make this ghost think he's going nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm in love. First, we start out with Shaggy and Scooby being like, here's the family fortune, we have it for you. They pass their first deception check, but then he's got to open it, and it's a clown, and he's like, no! But they're already gone. They've run away. He has to chase them. They go through a curtain.
Shaggy takes off his shoes and sticks them out underneath the curtain.
So that this ghost will be like,
will think it's there.
And they're right there. But actually, they're like, there's enough space behind this curtain that they can also hide a giant anvil and hide themselves, behind it too.
What is Cartoon's obsession with anvils? Do they just need something really heavy and that's what the first person thought of?
I blame Looney Tunes on like the anvils and the piano thing.
Yeah,
literally.
Anvils, pianos, dynamite, all of that stuff.
But so the ghost is just like, I just guess I'm just gonna go punch him? Or is he trying to grab Shaggy? Or what?
I think he tried to punch him, because like I'm looking at the episode right now. Let's see. So the ghost, he's trying to punch them.
So he punches the anvil.
Yeah, he tried to like punch Shaggy like the chest.
He should break his hand right here. He should fully be breaking his hand. It should be broken.
Depends on how hard he punched it, but yeah.
They grab Shaggy's shoes, run away, and then we get some more crazy shit. We use the projectors to project Shaggy running.
Yep.
Like a bunch of Shaggies and then a bunch of the ghosts.
Yep.
And then a giant Scooby.
Yep.
And then it just keeps going, and he's like, oh no, maybe this house really is haunted. And then he goes back to his little secret spot where he was holding Sharon, and okay, what the fuck? When did you guys fucking find Sharon? We didn't see this happen!
We never saw that happen! This was never established! Maybe it was a deleted scene, I don't know, but it seems like it's pretty important.
God,
anyway.
this is such a Scooby-Doo shenanigan thing.
It really is. He gets jump scared by his own skeleton.
Yeah, literally. Like, they swapped out the kidnapped girl for the skeleton, and then he runs back out, and they catch him.
In a net. Just in a net.
And this is fine. Like, we did it. We drove this man to insanity, and then caught him in a net.
Love that for him.
And then guess what? It was Uncle Stewart.
Dun 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 dun. Dan Povenmire himself.
Listen! It was one of the only 4 people we saw in this episode.
I thought there were only 3.
Well, we did see the lady at the Swami shop. We did see her.
She counts.
But, like, literally out of the technically only 3 suspects we could have had.
Yeah.
No shit. It was going to be Uncle Stewart. Like, he did the thing to himself.
He's the first person we saw at the beginning of the episode.
Literally.
So, like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he pretended to do it for himself so he could get the family fortune, because I guess his non-legal husband wouldn't give him money.
Apparently not.
This is our own headcanon. But,
yes.
you know. And then Scooby eats a whole turkey by himself.
Hey, Great Danes eat a lot of food.
They do.
Like, I'm pretty sure a Great Dane would be taller than you standing on its hind legs.
I mean, I'm not tall.
It's about as tall as I am, if not taller, standing on its hind legs.
Okay. Well, that sure is the episode. It's a fun time.
It's a fun time. It was truly, as people refer to it, a romp. There's no...
Yep, that it is. Well, my friend, let's go to our Terror Time Trivia. It's Terror Time again. The episode title is a play on the expression, what the heck's going on? Which, that's pretty cool.
It's a terrible title for this episode. Good pun. Bad title.
Yeah, like, I didn't really love the title necessarily. It's not really descriptive of what the fuck is happening in this episode.
Then again, I guess it's more appropriate because we never see them rescue Sharon.
True. What the heck is going on?
Okay, so yeah, this is where we get into, like we talked about a little bit ago, we get a lot of shots from the title sequence.
Yeah, like so many shots, or 3 shots?
Count 3.
The mansion, the roller skates in the bathtub.
Yep.
and then the bookshelf with the ghost.
Yep.
Yeah, sadly, I do get sad when season 2 they change that. Like you still see the bookshelf part, but then it's a different ghost.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, when Fred tells Shaggy that he'd better throw his voice to make Scooby sound like a Swami, Shaggy agrees. Fred demonstrates that he knows about Shaggy's ventriloquism ability.
I assume everyone knows at this point.
Like, it's already happened. What episode did we already have that happen?
I think it was one of the first 2.
Yeah, we've already had the ventriloquism.
Yeah.
This is the second time after the previous episode that Shaggy swipes Scooby's Scooby snacks.
So, did you grow up eating like the graham cracker Scooby snacks?
Yes.
Okay, I did too.
In fact, have some.
I don't think that's what they actually are.
Oh, you're totally right about this.
But the question is, what dog treats would humans find appetizing?
Okay, 1, Shaggy is a human dumpster.
This is true. I've eaten dog food. I don't like it. It's gross.
I mean, different iterations of this, like, world say different things. Like, sometimes Scooby snacks are fully, like, they have their own factory. It's like an actual thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes one of the Cartoon Network live action movies is like Shaggy made them himself. Like,
okay, that would make sense.
He made like little cookies, and then he did add a little bit of dog kibble in them.
Okay, well, because like So my girlfriend's family actually made dog treats for their dog, and they were like peanut butter, banana, and like oatmeal. So that's my headcanon for what Scooby snacks are, or at least what they're made of, because that's something both humans and dogs would find appetizing.
Yeah. Unclear to me what Scooby snacks truly are, but I don't think anyone else in the gang would eat them, is the thing.
So you think they are a little more dog food adjacent than
I do think there's at least something dog food-ish in them. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy's not gonna die from them, presumably.
No, but they're not gonna taste good.
Yeah, but they're not gonna taste good to a normal human. Shaggy's just a different breed. His constitution is at a 20, okay?
Yeah, a bard
is a +5 to constitution.
That put their main status constitution is wild to me. Absolutely bonkers.
I mean, his charisma isn't even like all the way up there, you know?
It's not. I think it would be his second highest stat, right?
Yeah, it would be his second highest. But, well, again, we're gonna need to save all this for some kind of bonus episode. We're gonna have to do it. Because I have so many thoughts.
Yes, definitely.
Alright, this is interesting. Syndicated airings of this episode, especially on Cartoon Network and Boomerang, don't include the laugh track?
That's
Excuse
odd.
you?
Is it really season 1 of Scooby-Doo if there isn't a laugh track?
How dare you take out the laugh track of Scooby-Doo?
Indeed.
And there's a couple other things. There's a cultural reference. Before using the fingerprinting kit for the doorknob of the mausoleum, Shaggy says he'll give it the old Sherlock Holmes touch.
Did Sherlock Holmes ever use a fingerprinting kit?
I don't know. I have questions on what the fuck that means.
I don't know.
I feel like he doesn't need to. He's got superpowers.
He can analyze fingerprints without the dust, apparently.
Makes sense.
Makes sense to me. Moving on.
Sherlock Holmes is just a different breed.
Well, maybe it's just another word for, like, detective work.
True.
I don't know.
The premiere of the episode Be Cool, Scooby-Doo is a reimagining of this episode. Interesting.
I will experience that for the first time when we get there, so.
Which one is Be Cool?
I don't know.
Is that the one?
We listed them all out somewhere.
We did.
Be Cool, Scooby-Doo. I don't see that on our list.
Well, it's probably later, is the thing. It's one of the more modern ones.
Oh, I think that's like the most recent adaptation, I think.
It's not the most recent. It is the Family Guy one. Okay.
Oh, that one. Like the Gravity Falls Family Guy type of animation. Okay.
Do not say that Gravity Falls is the same animation as Family Guy. It does not.
Okay.
They look better.
It's closer to Gravity Falls animation-wise in my mind.
Fair.
Yeah.
I thought it was made by literally the people who made Family Guy. I thought that was why.
I don't think so.
Let me double check this so I'm not going nuts.
Like animated by them or what?
I thought maybe it was animated by them. Maybe I'm wrong.
I
I don't know. They just look weird.
Okay, that's
I just
not
don't like them.
very helpful.
No, I think I might just be wrong.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh no, man! I don't know. Okay. And then, of course, the ghost of Elias Kingston is in
Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed as part of that museum. We love that.
I want to see a picture of that because I don't remember seeing that in the movie though.
I don't know. Let's see.
We're gonna have to find that.
Let's see.
Might not be able to find it so easily though. I was gonna say when we rewatch the movie in like 20 years.
Let's see if I can find a good picture of all the stuff that's there. May have to just scrub through the movie to figure out exactly what's there.
I think that we would just have to look at that in the rewatching of the movie. All right.
Oh, wait. Well, is that... No, that can't. Okay. I actually found it, I think.
Okay. Show me.
Okay, that's attached to the wiki. Great. But this picture is very, very small.
Oh, no. Share with me a picture, Ethan.
It is very small.
Oh, no. I think that's something else.
Okay. Never mind.
I think that's a different monster. It is blue, but I think it looks like a different monster. Sad to say it.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, wait.
Okay. Oh.
Hold on. Oh. Wait a minute.
This is great for podcasting.
Okay, why are there two different images linked to the same article and I do not see either of them in here? That makes no sense to me.
I don't know.
Anyway, let's not worry about that too much.
Nah. Alright, move on to our other segments. So, whose side are we on for this mystery?
I'm in a kind of a weird spot because I don't like rich people, but I don't like theft either, because it's rich to rich theft. There's no real, like, at least maybe. We don't know for sure.
I don't like people who kidnap children.
That is also true. We don't like that.
So I think that's going to be the tipping point for me.
Yeah, the kidnapping is a no. That's a no from me.
Is that you did a kidnapping, so I'm not on your side, Uncle Stuart. No, thank
you. Of your own niece, no less.
That's his daughter?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, no, not on your side.
Nope.
Evil gay. All right.
Unfortunately.
Was this a good mystery?
It's definitely better than some of the other ones we've had.
I do enjoy this one.
Yes. From a mystery perspective, it does seem like, yeah, this is probably one of the better mysteries that we've had so far.
Like, until we actually get, like, more characters, there's still gonna be, like, that hesitation for me of, like...
Yeah.
Like, I like the storytelling, but we do need some more characters to, like, you know, red herring it up. We don't have any good red herrings in this story. Yes, I see you winking.
Yes, I winked at you because I know about red herring. So one thing I know about
red herring.
It's one thing I know about a pup named Scooby-Doo. Anyway.
Well, that sure is an episode of Scooby-Doo that I enjoyed.
Tis indeed.
Oh, and until next time, gang, we are gonna split up and go look for clues for our next mystery. Bye.
Bye.
You can follow this podcast's socials at Mysteries in the Machine Pod on Instagram. You can send a message to our email, mysteriesinthemachinepod@gmail.com. Be sure to give us a rating, a review, or let your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws.
You can find me, Ethan, on Instagram and Threads at ethan.t.hewlin. Our music was written and produced by Jason Hilton. You can find him at Negative Selections on Instagram. All right, time for me to read dramatically.
I think we have a good one for this episode, though. Like,
we have such a good one. I was watching the episode earlier, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is great!"
Like, sometimes you get like a perfect creepy opener.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Scooby-Doo was the blueprint.
It really was. Just get into spooky narration mode. That is what we have to do now.